Hello everyone, welcome back to your physics class. I hope you all are good. So before exams we are doing chapter 5th heat and we have done up to effects of heat. So today we will continue with the next topic, that is thermal expansion. So thermal expansion is the expansion of the materials or the matter which is caused by the heating of that materials. Thermal means heating or heat, and the increase in the size or volume of the materials on heating is known as the thermal expansion. So when materials are heated, their size, that means their length, area or volume will increase when they will absorb heat, and this expansion in matter due to the absorption of heat is known as thermal expansion. So this is the definition of thermal expansion. As we know, there are molecules of these substances. So when we heat these substances, then what happens? The molecules of these substances will move faster and they will start colliding with each other, and after collision they will move far apart from each other, and this will cause the expansion of the substance. So this is the reason for the expansion of the substances, that when they collide with each other, then they will move far apart from each other. So this causes the expansion of the substances. For example, here we can see the molecules in solid, liquid and gas. These are the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In solid, the molecules are very closely packed and there is no space in between the molecules of the solids. In liquids, the molecules are loosely packed and there are some spaces in between the molecules of the liquids. And in gases, the molecules are very free and they can move in the entire space available to them. So there is lot of space in between the molecules of the gas. So when the solids are heated, then their particles cannot move from one position to another because they are very closely packed, or we can say that the solids expand little on heating as the particles are closely packed, because there are no spaces in between the solid molecules. So that's why they will expand very little on heating. But the particles or the molecules of liquids are loosely bound, and so they can expand more than the liquids because some space is available to expand. So the expansion is more in liquids than in solids. And in gases, the molecules or the particles are free, so they can freely expand, or we can say that they will expand the most on heating. So the thermal expansion in gases is more in liquids, and in liquid it is more than in solids. Next is an activity. So this is an activity to show that thermal expansion in solids by Gravesand, ring and ball experiments. Here we will see the thermal expansion of solids by the Gravesand ring and ball experiment. So Gravesand is the name of the person who discovered this experiment, ring and ball experiment. So in this ring and ball experiment, we require an iron ball. This is an iron ball. This is an iron ring in which the iron ball is passed through, and a metal stand. This is a metal stand and a burner. So firstly, what we will do, we will take the metal ball and the metal ring, and the diameter of this metallic ball should be such that it can pass through the metallic ring. And so firstly we will check out by passing the ball through this ring. After that we will take the burner and we will heat this ball over the burner. After that we will try to pass the ring. Try to pass the ball through the ring. So what we will observe? We will observe that this ball will not pass through the ring. Why? Because on heating the ball will expand, or we can say that there will be an increase in the size of the ball, metallic ball, so it will not pass through the iron ring. And on the other hand, if we allow the ball to cool, or if we put some cool water on the ball, then it will contract, or it will again regain its original size or its original shape. So it, after that, if we try to pass the ball through the ring, then it will easily pass through the ring. So this concludes that on heating solids expand and on cooling solids contract. So this shows the thermal expansion in solids. Next activity is to prove that lengths of different solids expand by different amounts when heated. So for this we need a bimetallic strip. Bimetallic means which is made up of two different metals which are riveted or fixed together firmly, and we need a burner. So this is the metallic strip. This is the regular metallic strip at room temperature, which is riveted very firmly with each other. And after that, when we heat this bimetallic strip over the burner for at least 5 minutes, then the bimetallic strip will expand on heating and it will take the shape of a curve. And it is observed that the strip is bent such that the brass is at the outer side and the iron is on the inner side of the curve. So it shows that the different metals expand at different rates when they are given equal amount of heat. And in this case, brass expands more than iron on heating. Next is expansion in expansion in solids. So we know that solids can be in length. Solids can be of different shapes, and there are 3 dimensions available to every materials, like length, area and volume. First is the expansion can happen in the length. Secondly, it can happen in area or in volume of that solid. So there are 3 different types of expansion. First is the linear expansion, second superficial expansion, and third is cubical expansion. Suppose we take a wire and the length of the wire is L1. When we heat this wire, then the wire will expand, or the size of the wire will increase and it will become L2. So if we find the increase in the length, then that will be L2 minus L1. So this increase in the length of the solids on heating, or the length of the wire on heating, is called linear expansion, because only one dimension of the solid has changed, so it is termed as linear expansion. Next, if we take a metallic sheet, and if we heat it, then the area of the solid, why the area? Because the length and the breadth, the length as well as the breadth, both will increase on heating, and length multiplied breadth is known as area. So this increase in the area of the solid on heating is called as the superficial expansion. Next is if we take a cubical solid, and the cubical solid will have the 3 dimensions, length, breadth and height. And when we heat this cubical solid, then what will happen? The length, breadth and height of this cubical solid will increase, and this increase in the volume of a solid on heating is called cubical expansion. So this is the 3 types of expansions in solids. Next is the applications of thermal expansion in solids. First application is construction of bridges. So when bridges are constructed, one thing is done, that rollers are made, or rollers are placed over the girders, and one end of the bridge is kept fixed. Why it is done? Because as we know, the bridge is made up of metal girders, and these metal girders can expand in the summer and they will contract in the winter. So when they will expand or contract, then there will be a change in the size of these girders, so it can cause the structural damage to the bridge. So in order to avoid this, when we construct a bridge, we use iron girders. So using iron girders, some space is left for the metal to expand with the rise in the temperature. Here some space is left for the metallic or iron girders to expand. So the one end of the girders is fixed and the other end is placed over the iron rollers, so as to allow the metal to expand and contract without cause any damage. One end is fixed and the other end is placed on rollers so as to allow the expansion or contraction of the girders to avoid the damage to the bridge. Next application of thermal expansion is fixing iron rim on the wooden wheel. So as we have seen that in bullock or horse cart, wooden wheels are used, and on the wooden wheels iron rim is put over them. The rim of the wheel is made up of iron. So the radius of the iron rim is slightly less than that of the wooden wheel. But if we have to keep it over the wooden wheel, what we have to do firstly, firstly the iron rim is heated to red hot, मतलब इसको बहुत ज़्यादा गर्म किया जाता है, and after that when it is heated then it will get expand and its radius will increase. So it is fitted over the wooden wheel, but it will left some loose, so in order to fit properly over the wooden wheel, some cold water is poured on the wheel or on the iron rim so that it will contract and gets tightly fixed to the wooden wheel. So this is the second application. The third one is laying railway tracks. So rails, as we know, these are made up of iron or steel, and again iron and steel are metals, and these will expand in the summer. During summer the iron will expand, and if there is no space for expansion, the railway track would bend outwards, and this will result in derailment of the trains. Derailments means it can lead to the train accidents. So in order to avoid derailment while laying the railway tracks, a small gap is left between the rails. So here you can see some gaps are left. Here some gaps are left in between the railway tracks. Why? To avoid the derailment of the trains due to the expansion of the iron rails during summer. So this is done to avoid the accidents or the train accidents. Next is sagging telephone and electric wires. Sagging means kept loose, means कि जो telephone और electric wires है, these are kept somewhat loose. Like this, you can see this is the sagging in the transmission lines. So why these are kept loose? Because as we know, telephone and electric wires are also made up of metals, and they will tend to contract in winters. So when they will contract in winters, they may break in the winters, so the wires can break, and in order to prevent any damage or in order to prevent the breakage, the wires are kept slightly loose so as to allow contraction during the winter, so they can easily contract and they cannot break. Means कि उनको breaking से रोकने के लिए इनकी जो इनमें sagging की जाती है, these are kept loose. Next is building cement floor. So when we build cement floor, it is just not constructed as one block, because one block may crack during the summer, and instead it is built using small concrete blocks. So by doing this, a small gap is left between two adjacent blocks. This is one block and this is second block. So a gap is left between the two adjacent blocks, which will enable the blocks to expand, and thus the cracks in the floor can be avoided. As you can see, crack can occur in the floor, but doing this by leaving small gaps between the two adjacent blocks, it will enable the blocks to expand, so there will be no cracks in the floor. Next is using bimetallic strips in the thermostats. So what is thermostat? Thermostats are the bimetallic strips. These are also the bimetallic strips. Bimetallic means which are made up of two metals. Strips means कि जिसको हम पतरी बोल देते हैं इस तरह से. तो these are used in electrical appliances like in geysers, refrigerators, electric irons, air conditioning machines, fire alarms, to control the temperatures. These are the temperature controlling devices. So these thermostats use bimetallic strips, and what happens that if the temperature of this circuit in any of the electrical appliances increases, then these strips will bend. If the temperature in any of the circuits like in geyser, refrigerator or electric irons increases or exceeds beyond a certain limit, then the strips will bend. These will bend like this. Hence, the circuit will break and there will be no current flow. There will be no more current in the circuit. And when the strip returns to its original position, after losing heat, the circuit will close again. So in this way, the bimetallic strip works in the thermostat, or we can say that the thermostat works in the electrical appliances. So these are the uses of the thermal expansion in solids. So I hope all the topic are clear to you. Thank you.